Hello students, myself Dr. Renu Bala from Rajiv Gandhi Government College for Women Bhiwani, and we are doing paper of fundamental of web designing, and under this paper today we will discuss the topic of CSS. So what is CSS? CSS is the language which is abbreviated as cascading style sheet, which is used to style the web page. So what is CSS? CSS is a cascading style sheet that describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on the screen or in other media. CSS saves a lots of work. It can control the layout of multiple web pages all at once. uh, from formatting tags, we can only format the particular paragraph or the particular element of the web page or the particular content of the web page. But if you want to format or style a complete web page or a website, then CSS is the best solution for that. So external style sheets are stored in .css file. So this is the CSS demo, that one HTML page can be styled multiple with multiple styles. So if we click on style 1, then this is the style 1, and this is style 2 appearance, this is style 3, this is style 4, and this is no style at all. So why we use CSS? As I told earlier, that CSS saves lots of work of formatting. If we specified the format or the style in a single file, in a single CSS file, and when we embed this CSS file in our HTML page, then it can use for the whole web page or a whole website. CSS is used to define style for your web pages, include in the design, layout of the website, and variation in display for different devices and screen size. So this is the example of CSS. Here in body section we have mentioned the background color light blue, and this is the element which is styled with the white color and center aligned text. It means heading uh, is styled with white color and with text alignment center, and similarly paragraph is also styled with the font face Vardhana and with font size of 20. So this will look like that. So CSS may solve many problems of HTML. HTML was never intended to contain tags for formatting a web page. It was created to describe the content of a web page, like heading, paragraph, etc. When the tags like font and color attributes are added to HTML 3.2 specification, it started a nightmare for web developers, because this is very large specification, and it made the HTML code very lengthy. So development of large websites where fonts and colors information were added to every single page become a long and expensive process. So to solve this problem, the World Wide Web Consortium created the CSS, and CSS removes the style formatting from the HTML page. So CSS saves a lots of work. It means we mention style once and then it can be reused in many web pages. So this is the syntax of CSS. CSS rule consists of a selector and a declaration block. So the selector is the element which is to be styled, and the declaration describes the different attribute value pair specifications. like color, font size, font face, etc. The selector point to the HTML element you want to select, you want to style, and the declaration block contains one of the more declarations separated by the semicolon. Each declaration includes a CSS property name and a value separated by a colon. Multiple CSS declarations are separated with semicolon, and declaration blocks are surrounded by the curly brackets. So this is the syntax of CSS. Once the CSS file is made, it is saved with the .css extension. So in the particular code here, p is a selector in CSS, and color is the property, and red is its value, and text alignment is also a property, and center is its value. So what is the CSS selector? CSS selector selects the HTML elements you want to style. It means the element which we want to style is selected by the CSS selectors. CSS selectors are used to find the elements you want to style, and this is divided into 5 categories. First is the single selector and simple selector. Simple selectors are select the elements based on name of the element, ID of the element, and class of the element. And next category is the combinator selectors, which select the element based on a specific relationship between the elements. Next category is pseudo class selector, which selects the element based on a certain state. Next is the pseudo element selector, which selects and style a part of an element. And last is the attribute selector, which select elements based on an attribute or the attribute value. So these are the 5 categories of CSS selector. And next we are discussing the CSS element selector. The element selector select the HTML based on the element name. It means it is a simple selector which select the elements based on its name. Here we have discussed earlier the example. These are all the example of CSS element name selectors. So here p element on the page will be centered aligned with a red text color. So this is the element selector. And next is the CSS ID selector. The ID selector use the ID attribute of an HTML element to select a specific element. Each HTML element has a specific ID, has a unique ID. Each element has a unique ID for a web page, and that ID is used by the selector to select the element. The ID of an element is unique within a page, so ID selector is used to select one unique element. This to select an element with a specific ID, we have to write a hash character followed by the ID of element. So this is the example. For example, the CSS selector mentioned in the below code will be applied to the HTML element with ID para1. It means it is for the element which has the ID of para1, that would be text aligned center and color is red. So this will be the output of this code. Next is CSS class selector. As we have told earlier that CSS simple selector selects based on the name, ID, and its class. So name and ID we have discussed, and the next is the class selector. The class selector selects HTML element with a specific class attribute. To select element with a specific class, we have to write a period sign character followed by the class name. So for example, all the HTML elements with class center will be red and centered aligned. It means we have chosen the center class, and that class should be select the elements with the center and formatted with the text alignment center and color red. So this is the example. It means all the text is centered aligned and in red color. We can also specify that only specific HTML element should be affected by a class. For example, in this next example, only the p element would be affected with this class, like that. Here we have a paragraph. This paragraph will be red and centered aligned. This heading will not be affected. Here the heading will be not affected, and the paragraph is only affected by the style. In this example, p element will be styled according to the class center and to the class large. So p class equal to center large. So this would be the output. Next is CSS universal selector. The universal selector is denoted by the star, and it would select all the HTML elements on the page. It means on a single page, whatever the element is used, universal selector selects all the HTML elements. So this is the, it means all the text are centered aligned and color will be blue. Here it is. Next is CSS grouping selector. For example, look at this code. Here we have to style all the elements in for separately. CSS code h1, h2 and p element have the same style definition, but they are styled separately. For this, it will be better to group the selectors to minimize the code. To group selectors, separate each selector with comma like this, and we will mention here the definition of our style. So this will decrease the code length. So this is the simple selector, and if we talk about the combinator selector, so a combinator selector is something that explains the relationship between the selectors. That is, a CSS selector can contain more than one simple selector. Between the simple selector, we can include the combinator. It means more than two simple selector, we can use the combinator. There are 4 different combinators in the CSS: descendant and selector, child selector, adjacent sibling selector, journal sibling selector. So descendant selector matches all the elements that are descendant of a specific element. For example, div p, this is the this code will select all p elements inside div element. It means p is the descendant of div element, like this. Here the descendant selector matches all the elements that are descendant of a specific element. So paragraph 1 in div, 2 in div, like that. Which the paragraph which are specified in the div element are affected with this style. Next is child selector. Child selector selects all elements that are the child of a specific elements. The following examples select all the p elements that are child of a div element, like that. So here div angular bracket p, this is the style, and whatever we defined in the div element, whatever paragraph we are defined in the div element, then here if we define this code, here if we defined a section in the div element and then we defined a p element, then this is not a direct child of the div element. Therefore here the output paragraph p, here the output paragraph 3 is in the div is not affected with the formatting. Next is adjacent sibling selector. The adjacent sibling selector is used to select an element that is directly after another specific element. Sibling elements must have the same parent element and the adjacent means immediately following. So adjacent sibling selector is that immediate sibling of that element. The following example selects the first p element and that are placed immediately after the div element. This is the syntax which we have to specify. Div plus p, it means this is the adjacent sibling selector. So this is the code. Here the plus selector is used to select an element that is directly after another specific element. So these are the following example selects the first p element that are placed immediately after the element. So here the selector is used to select. Here the div element has this, and after this div element we have this line of code, which will be executed. So here the style is applied on this line because this is the exact adjacent sibling of div element. Journal sibling selector. The journal sibling selector selects all elements that are sibling of a specified element. The following examples select all p elements that are sibling of div element. So here it is, here select all the elements that are sibling of the specified element. This is here the paragraph p. Paragraph 3 is the journal siblings of the div element, and paragraph 4, rest of paragraphs are specified before the div element. So these are all combinator selectors. So that's it for now, and in next video we will continue the remaining selectors. Thank you.